Honestly, I'm more of a 7-Up kind of guy.
Aye. Subscribe.
Power of the Elements is just a couple of weeks away, and I really hope you're ready for it, because with it comes what seem to be some of the craziest strategies and cards we've seen in a hot minute. Today we're going to be focusing on what could easily become one of the best decks of the format, which also coincidentally happens to be part of the Albaz world, like most good archetypes these days. And that's Spright. Sprites are a new archetype of Fire and Dark Thunder monsters that revolve around the number 2. Level 2, Link 2, Rank 2, Subscribe to me. We're talking 1-card combos, the ability to search almost any hand interruption, thank god Droll and Lockbird isn't a tuner by the way, and best of all, you might be somewhat surprised by some of these rarities. So let's get into the cards. But first, get a slap. First up here, we of course have the starter, or one of the many starters for the deck, and that is, unironically, Spright Starter, an ultra rare quick play spell. Special summon one Spright monster from your deck, but lose life points equal to its original attack. Also, for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, you can't special summon monsters except level, rank, or link 2 monsters. Thankfully, you can only activate one of these per turn. However, if you do start with this, you can search another copy, set it, and activate it on your opponent's turn if you want to. So an emergency teleport essentially is a very good start for literally any deck. A lot of the time, the monster you'll find yourself summoning off of starter is Spright Blue, the only secret rare in the archetype though, so don't worry. Blue is a level 2 Dark Thunder monster, and its effect reads, if you control a level or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. All of the sprites have this special summoning effect, so yeah, you're just special summoning for days. You can only special summon Spright Blue once per turn this way. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Spright monster from your deck to your hand, except Spright Blue. You can only use this effect of blue once per turn. This is immediately going to set up some plays by itself, because you're going to be able to special summon the monster you search and then go into a link or rank 2. The monster that you will be searching most of the time off of blue's effect is Spright Jet, a super rare and a level 2 Dark Thunder monster. If you control a level or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Yeah, like I said, they all have that effect. You can only special summon Spright Jet once per turn this way. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Spright spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Spright Jet once per turn. So if you haven't already used Starter to get to Jet, you can then search Starter and continue comboing from there, or if you have used Starter, you can search an additional copy to use on your opponent's turn, or you can search one of the other spells or traps. Funnily enough, if you are searching for an additional copy of Starter to use on your opponent's turn, that is an interruption in itself, because you can special summon any Spright monster, and one of those monsters is Spright Red. This is a level 2 Fire Thunder monster and a common. Of course, if you control a level or link 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. The effect that's really important here is when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you contribute one other level or rank or link 2 monster, negate that effect, then if you tributed a rank or link 2 monster to activate this effect, you can destroy that monster. So on your turn, you can use this to protect your plays from disruptions, and on your opponent's turn, you can use a spent monster you already control to negate an opponent's effect. Keeping in mind that you have to use another monster rather than Spright Red itself. Or if you feel like you would rather see a spell or trap negate instead of going for Spright Red, you could go for Spright Carrot, once again a level 2 Fire Thunder monster. We have that same special summoning from hand effect, and then similar to Red, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, or effect this time, quick effect, you contribute one other level, rank, or link 2 monster, negate that effect, then if you tributed a rank or link 2 monster to activate this effect, you can destroy that card. At this point, you're probably thinking, okay, seems pretty good so far, but what are we going to do with all those monsters on the field? So let me introduce you to one of the main playmakers of the deck, a rank 2 monster, Gigantic Spright. This is an ultra rare, and it's generic, which is worth noting, any 2 level 2 monsters. Getting into the real goo though, the effect reads, for this card's Xyz summon, you can treat link 2 monsters you control as level 2 monsters for material, which is the first time we've seen anything like that, which is really cool. The original attack of this card that has a fusion, synchro, Xyz, or link monster as material becomes doubled, which would make it 3200. During your main phase, you can activate this effect. Detach one material from a monster you control, and if you do, special summon one level 2 monster from your deck. Also, neither player can special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except level, rank, or link 2 monsters. There's a lot of points we can make from those couple of sentences. First being that you can detach one material from any monster you control. It doesn't have to be Gigantic Spright. I don't know if that'll come up very often, but it's definitely something to be aware of. Also, you're special summoning any level 2 monster from your deck. This opens up the ability to hybrid this strategy with literally any other level 2 centric strategy like Melfi or Live Twins or heck even Tri-Brigade. But what you're most likely to see from from this effect is Swap Frog, which has even more synergy with the deck, as we'll see in a second. Also notice how it says neither player can special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except level, rank, or link 2 monsters. This means after using this effect, your opponent can no longer use the effect of Nibiru the Primal Being. This will most likely phase Nibiru out of people's main decks and have them start relying on other effects, sort of like Infinite Impermanence and Effect Failure. However, you can play around that too. Spright Elf is a Fire Thunder Link 2 monster, ultra rare, that requires 2 monsters including a level, rank, or link 2. Cannot be used as link material the turn it is link summoned, however it can be used as Xyz material to go into Gigantic Spright, if you do have to go for that line. Your opponent cannot target monsters this card points to with card effects. There you go. You're avoiding Infinite Impermanence and Effect Failure and any other target and effect in the game. During the main phase, quick effect, you can target one level 2 monster in your graveyard, or if your opponent controls a monster, you can target one rank or link 2 monster instead. Special summon it. You can only use this effect once per turn. So don't mind me just throwing ideas at the wall here, but Spright Elf reborning totally awesome for an additional negate. Seems pretty good. Moving on, we have a few other cards here, one being Spright Smashers, a quick play spell card, also low rarity. This has utility in a lot of different decks, so getting into the effect, it says banish one Springans, Therion, or Spright card from your hand or graveyard, then activate one of these effects. Special summon one Springans monster from your deck, seems pretty good. Special summon one Therion monster from your graveyard, or banish one level, rank, or link 2 monster you control and one card your opponent controls. You can only activate one Smashers per turn. Ignoring the other archetypes here, in just any Spright build, you can use this as a sort of later game interruption. Non-targeting banish, by the way, so yeah, pretty good. The last monster we have here, I do like the artwork of this one, is Spright Pixies. Once again, a level 2 Dark Thunder monster. If you control a level or rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, just like all the other monsters. But the special effect on this one is during damage calculation, if another level, rank, or link 2 monster you control battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. That monster you control gains attack and defense equal to the opponent's monster's attack until the end of this turn. So just a funny, like, honest type of card that if you wanted to can quite easily take your opponent by surprise. And then the last card I have for you today is Spright Gamma Burst, a quick play spell card. All level, rank, and link 2 monsters currently on the field gain 1400 attack and defense until the end of this turn. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one level, rank, or link 2 monster you control. It gains 1400 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. That's like 4 Rush Recklesslys in one card. Man, that's crazy. But yeah, that is your Spright reveal. You're going to be seeing this deck a lot in competitive play, so you have 2 weeks to do your research and figure out how to beat this deck. Personally, I'm going to be getting a lot of mileage out of this card right here. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for an early box opening coming out on Friday, and we'll see how much of this Spright core we can pull ourselves. Bye!